Hey, good afternoon. I'm Sam Kackman, and we're going to be going over your resting blood pressure as well as your exercise. So the essential tools that you need when performing your blood pressure is a blood pressure cuff and a stethoscope. When applying the blood pressure cuff, you're going to put it 2 inches above the elbow for necessary room to put the stethoscope on top of the brachial artery. So let's get started. So when adding or applying the blood pressure cuff, you want to make sure that this line right here is right directly over the brachial artery. You want to make sure that it's nice and snug. You're going to be getting your reading from here. So you're going to make sure that this is all the way to the right so that it's nice and tight. So when you start pumping it, from here, you're going to apply the stethoscope right on the brachial artery and ensure the patient's ready. You're going to start pumping it up until you start getting the heart rate. You're going to go 20 over, and then you're going to slowly start releasing it until you hear it. Good. Good. So we had a systolic of roughly 108, 110, with a dystolic of around 65 to 62, I'd say, for that range. And this concludes our resting blood pressure. Sam Kackman again. So you take a look at the board. We had a resting blood pressure of 110 over 65, and now we're going to get to the exercise portion. The biggest thing to note is that we're not getting the blood pressure after the exercise, we're getting it during the exercise. So the same thing that's going to apply your blood pressure cuff, your stethoscope. But this time, to get the exercise portion, we're going to do a bike. This is the most sustainable because we're not going to have her use her arms for the workout. We're just going to have her resting but still exercising because her legs are going to be moving. So again, apply the blood pressure cuff, making sure that line for the artery is right above the brachial artery. Add the stethoscope and we'll get to it. So above the brachial artery, underneath the cuff, make sure that's on. We'll have her start pedaling. For exercise, start pumping it up. Okay, here's the audible pop. Start lowering it. Good. Good. All right, so for the systolic, I heard the audible pop around 117, 120. When it came to the dystolic, the audible pop was around 72, 75. So that's going to be a 120 over 75 roughly for exercise BP. That's going to be the difference between exercise. Another thing to note, if you want to get a better exercise BP, you can always do an average. So like do another 2 to 3 more times to get a more better assessment, I guess, for blood pressure. So that's it. Thank you.